Could you want to stay? I'll invite you to stay.
Yeah. I'm loving it, so I'll stick around.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the Hazleton City Council special meeting will come to order Monday, November 10th. It's now, what time? 8:02. We'll rise for a moment of silent meditation. Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, yeah. Roll call. Yeah,
Bast.
Here.
Cassatt.
Here.
Mope. Here. Sosar.
Here.
Mundy.
Here.
Here.
Thank you.
Wanted to get that on record.
Mayor. That's good. We can put you there. Courtesy of the floor on our agenda, just what's on their agenda only, because it's a special meeting. Okay, next is business at hand. Ordinance is none. Resolution 2014-113. Authorization to execute the lease agreement between the City of Hazleton and DHD Realty Holding Company, LLC. It was tabled on 11/5/14. Motion to take it off the table. I'll second. Roll call.
Bast.
Yes.
Cassatt.
Yes.
Mope. Yes. Mundy. I'm sorry, Sosar.
Yes.
Mundy.
Yes. On the question.
All right, you gotta.
Oh, no, wait, you got to present it. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
present it.
Oh, I'm sorry, present it.
I'll second.
On the question?
Well, first, I think we have to amend the resolution where it says, be it further resolved that DHD Realty Holding LLC will be leasing the entire top floor of the parking garage for a period of 10 years. The entire top floor should be taken out, and it should be the entire garage along with the Main Street strip.
Where are we at here?
Just in the actual resolution itself.
Oh, in the resolution itself. Okay.
Okay, that's, there's, might be a couple minor changes to it, and I had some questions, but, okay, you pointed that out. What else? Any other questions?
No, but we have to,
Parking garage and
the parking garage and the Main Street strip.
Main Street strip.
No, we're not gonna, because we're not gonna, we have other questions, and maybe there may be other amendments, or other changes to it.
So we have to vote on each amendment separately, or no?
Probably, or we could,
So are you making a motion to amend that, to say that?
well, no, there might be some other amendments.
okay.
So maybe we'll wait till we get them all.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you amending?
Well, you're just,
amending the
you
resolution?
gotta amend the resolution, and then
The
if you're gonna amend
resolution.
the agreement, you
Yeah,
can't do
then-
two different.
You
can't
can't
do
amend
one
the
amendment
agreement.
for all of it. You gotta do the
You
amendment for the
can't,
resolution.
let me just say this, you can't amend the agreement.
I don't think the agreement's being amended. I think it's just the way the resolution
Well-
is worded.
Well, that's what
No,
I'm trying to ask.
Because,
He said the
because
resolution,
the
so-
contract here is
Yeah.
referring to the entire garage.
Okay, wait. We're proposing that there might be some changes, and if Chris was here, he could give us a ruling on that, Joe. That's the whole problem with not having a solicitor at the
Well-
meetings.
We presented to you, Jack,
Yeah.
as a completed item negotiated between
I know.
two parties.
I know.
So if you have any changes, you got to put it back.
It has to go, just because it
You have to go
Yeah.
back to
has to
them.
go back to
Well,
DHD then.
we might do that, but there's some other, you have any other things, Jeff?
No, that's, well,
That's your only
until we get inside, that was just the resolution, then when we get to the contract, we'll.
Vote on the amendment. No, we're not voting on it, because it has to go to them if they're going to make changes.
No,
Vote
you have
on
to
the
vote on the resolution, the amended resolution.
Changed, he wants the resolution changed, vote on that, and then talk about,
Okay,
contract.
we'll.
I need a second.
Go ahead, I'll second it.
Okay.
Roll call? This is to amend the contract.
Bast,
Amend the resolution.
Yes.
Yes.
Cassatt,
Yes.
Mope. Sosar,
Yes.
Mundy.
Yes. Okay, go ahead. On, you have any questions? You have any more questions, John?
Well, the only question I had, I talked to Neil about the spaces in there, that it says 215 at $30, and it just says 45 spaces on the Main Street, or 35 spaces on the Main Street strip. It doesn't have a price next to it. Neil said that if we wanted to change it to be the 250 at 30, and it'll get adjusted later, he said if it made us feel more comfortable, then he was fine with that. But I
Is
mean,
that on page
That would be
4?
hearsay, so
Is that
I'm
page
just-
432?
As long as,
I think that's on page 4, section 32.
Yes,
Okay, wait, Jeff, are you done?
that's,
250 spaces.
it should be a total of 250 spaces. 215 and 35 is 250 spaces at $30, which is $7,500 a month, times 12 months would be $90,000.
What part are you at?
It's page 4, section 3.2.
3.2.
It's just that it doesn't have in there the Main Street, the 35 spaces didn't have a price next to it.
You guys wanted to amend it, and then they have to take it, you'd have to take it to,
unless you give me permission to negotiate up to.
I would just like it to reflect 250
Yeah, that's
spaces
what
at
it is.
$30.
We have to go out and actually count them and put that number in. Because we're not sure about Main Street.
There might come some out with when the elevator goes in and the walkways and
So
handicap.
If you want to leave that as a negotiated.
Unless it would just say
Blanks.
the number of spaces times $30.
Right.
Whatever the number of spaces times $30 would be. If it's 500 spaces times whatever, that's just,
Right.
as long as they're included, we don't want to lose 35 spaces.
No, we won't.
That's,
Joe, I have one question. In the section on 8, it has about, and we've been trying to get in touch with Chris. He's been a little absent. On page 8 of the contract, the maintenance and lease premises, there's a section
Thanks.
about connecting the bridge. It is stated that the city has sole responsibility for a portion of tenant work related to connecting tenant's property to the parking garage.
Right. We're
Do we
bringing up the elevator shaft.
we have to pay for that?
They're bringing up, yeah, we're
How
doing
much?
the elevator, they're doing the shaft.
How much is that going to cost, do you know?
It's in the contract of that 1 million.
It's in our contract to fix it
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So it's already
It's
figured in
already
there.
in, 1,600,000.
Okay, it's in the contract, okay.
I have a question about taxes. Now, we are not having any taxes because we're eliminating it for the city. What about school and county?
We never got taxes on these property.
But now that we're leasing it, I'm not sure how that works. Will
Well,
we be responsible?
the property owner pays the tax, and that's us. We don't pay tax.
Then there aren't any
We-
taxes involved.
Joe, we tried to talk to Chris to get an opinion from him or talk to him, and he hasn't gotten back to us. I don't know why.
But
I wanted to know, this is what I asked Chris. I wanted to know where our tax exempt status was going to stand. My question to you is if the city would be leasing the Wyoming Street parking garage to DHD, where will the tax exempt status of the garage stand?
there won't be taxes because the city's still the owner of the property.
Yeah, but Joe, sometimes when you change the use of a property to something
No.
that's for profit, they sometimes do that. I know.
If you go in, if you
Yeah.
move into a,
National Bank
If you move into a nonprofit, they don't pay taxes, you don't pay
Yeah,
property.
but if you're changing,
Their
sometimes when you,
lease would accrue taxes
Yeah.
if there was, but there isn't.
well, I'm sure that's your legal opinion, Joe, but we'd like it from Chris.
Oh.
And he hasn't returned, when did you send this?
I'll get it.
On the 7th.
On the 7th, and he hasn't gotten back to us. I talked to him, I sent him an email too, and I wanted him to get back to me about the lease. He had mentioned it, when I saw him on Thursday, but he really didn't respond to my email.
You know, the Markle is tax exempt. Everybody who rents in there doesn't pay any.
Well, that's because it's KOZ, Joe.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit.
Well,
That's
it's
what we have. But
KOZ
I'll ask him to give you his opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said, as the school district solicitor, will you be challenging the tax exempt status of the parking garage? Because I think they had to pay taxes on the Northeastern National Bank when the water authority had it.
Not that I know.
So that's what I wanted to find out before we made any decisions, because I didn't want our rent money to have to go towards paying taxes if it no longer had a tax exempt
Why would the
status.
why would the water company pay any taxes on something they own?
I was.
Well, when you change a use to something that originally, like say, we put a hotel on the waterland and rented rooms out, they would charge us a tax on that, even though it was on our land and we owned it. If we decided to rent out rooms, or we opened up a McDonald's, they charge us tax,
That's what we
because it's away from your original purpose.
We have a lot of nonprofit tax properties that are rented out to other people.
I'll give you a better one.
Go ahead, Dr. Sosa.
How about Yankee Stadium, whose land is always sat on land owned by the Knights of Columbus, but the stadium and the land ends up getting taxed because of what it's being used for. Yankee Stadium has always been that way. I don't know if anybody knows that or not. My father taught me that a long, long time ago, that the land, the actual land of Yankee Stadium is the Knights of Columbus. So it is a gray area. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, and I don't purport to know. It would be nice if we got an answer to it, because I'll be honest with you. I received a phone call. You said that you had talked, and I had talked to Mr. D'Angelo as well about some of the things, because I had voted to table it last time on Thursday, and most of the conversation was very positive, and I got some answers from him, but I got to be honest with you. Tonight, I am still in a quagmire, and I am not. Again, what other people may think of me, I don't particularly care. I feel like I'm a man of principle, and I'm not going to vote on something that at some point I've held true that I won't vote on something that I don't have legal opinions on. And it would be wrong for me to turn around tonight, and I'm ready to cast a vote, but it would be wrong for me to do that when there are still legal opinions that have to be decided on this. And as I said, and that's not being two-faced, I think, at all. I'm trying to do what's right, and I think by principle, I got to live by my principles. That's what makes and defines me. So, I'm ready to go.
So excuse me, your question is that you're voting on, that you...
No, Joe, my question is that I've had the opportunity...
What do you need the legal opinion on?
Well, again, if we're talking about the taxes, you've said now that you're going to go back, and I thank you for it. If you'll go back and you'll negotiate, I don't think there'll be a problem with Mr. D'Angelo on that number of spaces per $30. That whatever that number ends up being, shy one or two. If you're going to go back and do that, that would be fine. I'm happy with that, but that means that. That still puts, and Mine Street, I might add, because you brought up Mine Street here, that still leaves, if that's going to be it, then I would be remiss if I said, sure, let's just run with it tonight. I'm not going to say what should or should not be done at this point with this, but you know, if Mr. Slusser would simply get back to us, I think we could alleviate a lot of this problem. And I'm waiting for Mr. Slusser because I want an answer from him.
Only
And the
because,
answer, what was the question? I don't know.
is
Well,
it
again, we're
taxable?
talking about taxes. We're talking
Oh,
about
about taxes.
And again, in this case as well, Mr. Slusser and you, and obviously Mr. D'Angelo's lawyer will have to, if we're going to change a contract in any way, shape, or form, this much I do know as a non-lawyer. Anytime you change any wording, the lawyer on that side is going to want to look at it to see how it benefits or hurts them as well. So, you know, again, we're putting it in your hands, but
Is Chris away?
that's something that needs to
Is
be
Chris
done.
away?
I haven't talked to him over the weekend at all, so I don't know.
The reason I brought this up
If
is...
you could send a message to him, that would be a help.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Because-
ask him about the lease. Go ahead.
excuse me, David. Under 4.2, it says, however, in the event the lease premises shall become taxable. So I would like
So
to...
they're, obviously, they're worried about it, Joe, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's a concern for them that it could happen.
That's why, I mean, I
So
want
obviously,
to make
it
sure...
has happened before.
Because my whole, you know, reasoning is so that we don't lose funding in the process if this should happen. Because council needs to know this before we enter into this agreement to protect the city from any financial loss. And that's why I asked Chris the question. Okay? Just to make sure.
Okay, well then,
Well, if you're gonna talk to him again about that, is there gonna be any type of increase over the course of the contract? We get a 1% increase every year?
Thing or something?
I thought there was a,
no, it's after 10 years, Joe.
After.
The escalator is after 10 years.
It's $30 for 10 years. So there is no increment. I think you brought that up as a question, Keith, when we
Yeah.
first did it.
Yeah,
Long
that
time.
was, yeah. That was back and
And-
forth. There was a bunch of stuff going on with that.
Does this make reference anywhere to the triple net? Because wouldn't that cover any kind of taxes?
What?
Does this make reference in here anywhere?
the way that
No.
number 4 reads, that if there is any
If
If
revocation.
there.
If
So they
there's
have-
tax, we have to pay it, Joe.
No.
Yes,
we
it
They
is.
have concern, yeah.
No.
On the bottom, it says, if there's taxes, look on the bottom of that page.
I am on page 4?
The landlord has to pay.
Five, Joe.
5.
5, it says we have to pay.
Actually, yeah,
And
what
if
we're
you
doing
assess
is
that building
reducing.
at 3,
There-
4,
it's-
5 million, the taxes would be, they would eat up our 80 or 90,000.
It said,
The landlord pays on the
That-
bottom. In the event that
No.
there's taxes.
No, that they
No.
pay, and if there's anything that...
They
the ci-
fight it.
No,
No.
if there's city taxes that we either reimburse them or we
right,
don't take their money.
right, we have to help them defend it.
Well, we have to pay.
No,
They don't pay the city taxes. They would pay the school's tax
Right.
and the county tax. They
Right.
would not pay the city tax.
that's right.
Well, no, actually, what it's saying is that there will be a $1,000 deduction on their rent to us.
The rents.
Over the span of the year until they make up what they've paid in the taxes to the county and the school district. That's the way it reads here.
That's exactly
So,
how it reads.
There is a statement in here about that.
The monthly rent would be reduced by $1,000 for 12 successive payments. Right here on page 5. I just want to know where we're going to stand, you know, should something occur.
No,
Well-
that's saying say that it was $60,000 for school, city, and county, that if the city tax was $12,000, then it would be $1,000. If they paid the city tax, then that tax would be reimbursed to them. That's what it's saying.
Yes. For
It's
12.
nothing else about the
Yeah.
county or
The
they
remaining
will
tax
pay the
bills-
school tax
But
and
this
the
is-
county tax.
this is what
They will
we-
not be paying the city tax.
This is what we
No,
need to
no.
know.
If they pay the
No.
city tax, we have to reimburse them for it.
It says remaining tax bills comprising the school and the county portions, or 12,048 times 25%, 12,000, and the monthly rent would be reduced by 1,000 for 12
Right.
successive
That's because
payments.
that's the city tax.
Why am I reading school and county taxes here? School and county portions.
Because if the total bill is $60,000 and the city's portion is $12,000, landlord would waive, forgive, or reimburse the tenant this portion of the bill to the city taxes, and the rent will be discounted by 25% of the remaining tax bills, comprising the school and county portions, or $12,000, 48. Oh, okay. Wait
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are paying them.
yeah.
It's something that you've got to check on out, Joe.
Well, look, just with this discussion
Chris-
alone
if
that we've
Chris
had
is-
here,
yeah,
we
if-
needed a solicitor to ask
If
these
Chris would
questions to.
respond to this would be a big help. This could get cleared up probably in a couple minutes if Chris would just respond. You know?
Thank you, Joe, and
Thank
thank you
you.
for coming.
Okay, any other questions on this?
We got table.
We're gonna
Table.
We have
Yeah,
to, we
you
have
wanna
to
make
decide
a-
what we're
Table or
doing with
vote?
this.
motion to table?
Motion it.
Second. On the question, or no, vote, roll call, sorry.
Bast,
Yes.
Cassatt,
Yes.
Mope,
Yes.
Sosar,
Yes.
Mundy.
Yes. Okay, that's it for resolutions, and I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that was a productive meeting.
Yeah, that was good.